Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And his first look is incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Passing again, Dalton on 2nd and 10. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Sproles, the return. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. On 1st down, Wentz. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Wentz now to throw. Jeffrey breaking the tackle. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And it's no good. Elliott pulled it, and this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Bengals offense, they trot back onto the field. Let's talk about the wide receivers. Everybody in Cincinnati, they know what they're getting out of A.J. Green. He's over 550 career catches. He seems to do it every season. But what about John Ross? Because he was a top 10 pick. Well, no catches last year.
0 catches, number 9 pick in the draft. The speed overwhelming. 4.22 40-yard dash at the combine, which set a new record. For them to get no production from him, well, that's got to change. And already in this preseason, in their game against Buffalo, first play of offense for Cincinnati, They throw the deep ball to John Ross. He makes about 15 moves, beats 2 guys to the end zone, and got a few other plays from him as well throughout that game. Expect to see him touch the ball often, whether he's catching it or maybe even a few jet sweeps.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Dalton once more. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively. And that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Eagles offense trotting back out there, and believe it or not, yes, there are already some concerns on Philly Talk Radio because they just have not looked that sharp in the preseason.
And that's just how it is in Philadelphia. If everything's not perfect, people are going to start to rumble despite a Super Bowl win. And that evidence you're talking about, 5-0 shutout by the Cleveland Browns, who went 0-16 last year. That happened in week 3 of the preseason. They're 0-3 in the preseason. And is Nick Foles going to be their starting quarterback? That's what they're expecting on opening night against Atlanta.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And he takes this one down all the way way near the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. On play action, it's Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 33 yards. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
It's second down. Dalton looking. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on third.
Thinking pass all the way.
Go on the ball.
Dalton. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Dalton to his big target, Eifert, for the Cincinnati first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Go on the ball. On the ball.
On first and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Dalton throwing on second down. And some room to work. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
Caught Eifert over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. Brought down by Nate Gehring. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Play action. Now Wentz. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Michael Johnson able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that pressure gets to him again. Geno Atkins, he's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Alex Erickson deep for Cincinnati. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field.
Go on the ball. On the ball.
First and 10 for Dalton. On the screen, Bernard. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Second down, Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. And as he sees the play clock ticking down, Marvin Lewis decides to call a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. And Dalton to throw. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Shorty, shorty, shorty.
He'll get it up the middle. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Eagles on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Run, run. Run, run. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the light. Ram, ram.
On play action, Wentz. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Preston Brown with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And that is no good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This is taken near the 13. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now a play fake. Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him for a loss of 5.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick, there on the coverage.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Looking to throw on second down. Dalton voids the target, and he has it over the middle. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Here's Kevin Huber now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. Now Sproles. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. On first down, Wentz. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll give it to Mixon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. To throw on second down, Dalton. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd from 8 yards out. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And we are tied at 7. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And out now come the Eagles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw is incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively.
As we inch closer to the regular season, I'm just peering down at some of the preseason records. Right now, Ravens 4-0, Bengals, Panthers, Cardinals, all 3-0. I guess my question is, what stock do you put in these preseason records?
No, the easy answer is nothing because the preseason doesn't really matter. But some organizations do put more stock in it than others. Some of them want to win every preseason game. Others don't worry about that at all. Intel has told me that only one team has won the Super Bowl after going 0-4 in the preseason, and that was in a strike year, I believe, when Washington did it. So for the most part, you just don't want to go winless in the preseason. But remember this. The Browns and the Lions both went 4-0 preseasons, then they went 0-16 in the regular season.
Speaking of winless teams, Eagles and Falcons both winless right now, could be Super Bowl contenders.
I still think that they're going to be, whether they go winless or not.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. And that's incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively.
But with the incompletion there, gives us time to hit on the retirement Charles of Eric Decker. Of course, played for the Broncos, Jets, and Titans. Was with the Patriots this preseason, but now he's going to step aside.
I think he had a fantastic career because look at it this way. Getting 1,000 yards in one season for a receiver, that's a career for most people. He did it 3 times. Best year in Denver in 2013. 87 catches, almost 1,300 yards and 11 touchdowns. Congratulations on a wonderful career, Eric Decker.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back now in Cincinnati. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick, there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he connects with Ertz. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Wentz now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And he whips that one incomplete there. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Wentz now to throw. Jeffrey lays it in over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. Wentz now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Now a toss play. It's a Ajayi. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 24. They begin with a run by Mixon. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside. and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. It's second down. Dalton looking. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
Now, Bengals on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2.
So Dalton now. He's got his man here. It's Green. Dalton to Green for a Cincinnati first. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Andy Dalton now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Go, on the ball! On the ball!
All right, here's Dalton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? That's complete to John Ross. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Andy Dalton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Big spot, Andy Dalton. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Dalton wants to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
This is a giant, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed things here in overtime, but instead 2nd down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Sproles. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Come on now, let's go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
What can Wentz do now with his drive? Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Vigil. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it.
Go, on the ball! On the ball! Four down, check! Four down!
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
368!
Second down, Dalton. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Here we go. Waiting. Man 5-7.
Now it's a Giant. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, got three. Waiting.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, they'll run it. Again, it Sproles. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Okay, so interesting here. A field goal would win this thing, but the kicking team on the sideline, and they're going for it on 4th down. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. You got three, brother. Friend. Here we go. 120.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Well, right now, every little bit of yardage helps. So they're obviously well within his range. It's just about keeping the football and getting in the right spot.
Know your kicker. As you mentioned, get it to the right spot, the place that he wants to kick it from. And if you do decide to throw the football, it either goes to your team or no one. It's the only kind of throw you make.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They run with a guy. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. To throw, it's Wentz. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into